like, can we make this the video?
Yeah, this is
okay. Done.
This is good.
This
if
is,
he's gonna be able to get, and then we can sit.
Welcome to the Success Society episode. Who the hell knows? We're really gonna do this. I'm gonna lay on the car.
Yes. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to the Success Society episode. Who the hell knows? I'm your host, Heather Suchma, and here's my camera girl, my co-host, Lacey, the brains of the operation. We are
talking about the difference between an average salon suite and kind of the cost per week, and then going into a very high-end salon suite and that weekly cost for your rent. And then we're taking those two costs, an average salon suite cost and then the suite cost of a high-end salon, and we're taking the difference.
It's so confusing.
It's so confusing.
Okay, so if you want to upgrade your business and say you're at a salon suite now, you're paying a certain amount. Let's say you are paying an average salon suite reasonably, and these are nicer average salon suites, are about $240 a week. A nicer salon suite, I'm not saying names Blue Lion, I would say a good safe average, and we even upped it a little bit, is $320 a week. Okay,
and that's not really, I mean, that's an average like Windows suite. That's
high.
That's
okay,
very
so
high.
We're going
for
high.
average.
So
yeah.
Stay with us here. So if you're paying around $240 now, and if you want to go to a nicer salon, upgrade your business, upgrade your life for $320, when you hear $80 more a week, that does sound scary when you're listening to it immediately. I understand that. $80 a week sounds like a lot, but stop. I think the thing is, most people stop their train of thought right there, and you shouldn't. I don't even know how the lighting is in here.
Well, whenever
I'm just thinking we're doing the whole.
okay.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
It's about the content. Content over.
It's about bringing it into perspective, not that monthly thing. That if you bring it into perspective of how people think of money, what does it actually mean?
Yes.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, that's you're exactly right. It's what does it actually mean?
Oh, great.
So $80 a week, which sounds scary enough, but then when you multiply that monthly, it's almost $350 more a month, which sounds frightening. What really bothers me and makes me very, very, very sad is when people who already work for themselves in salon suites come and tour at our suites. They love everything about it, but then they say, I can't afford this. What the hell do you mean you can't afford this? You work for yourself. So if you want to upgrade where you're at, figure out what that means and make it happen. You work for yourself right now. You're the one writing your paychecks. You are your own boss. You're not limited by somebody else paying you. So don't ever say that again. Don't ever say, I can't afford it. It's not I can't, it's I don't want to.
And then figuring out a way of what do I need to do to accomplish that, and that's how you're bringing it in.
If you don't want to, that's a different story. If you do want to, but you think you can't, yes, you can. And we're going to help you figure out how to do that. Okay, so at $80 more a week, we have broken that down. Okay, so I was a chemical specialist, and so I did fewer people a week. All I did was color, and I didn't charge anything. P.S., all of this information that I'm giving you now, I didn't follow my own rules whenever I was doing hair. I didn't know these things. Now I know these things through the years of experience and mostly through the years of business that I've run. I wish that I ran my business then the way that I do this business now. I was a fantastic hairstylist.
Yes, you were.
I did great color.
Yes,
I treated my clients well. I was dependable. My work was great.
And it wasn't expensive at all.
No.
No.
That's great.
Very reasonable.
Right, but it was too reasonable. But
It
if I
was
would
too
have given you
reasonable, but
more
it would be.
value, if I would have changed the way that I did things, and if I would have done everything that I could to make your life unbelievable, my business would have been completely different. I took good care of people, but I did, by no means was I focused on every single detail in the experience like I'm telling you to do now. Where was I going with this? Oh, okay, so welcome to this world, okay? Tracy is, she's like dying.
Dying. I'm literally
okay,
like,
so where I was going with that, so as a chemical specialist, I had fewer people than even hair cutters would, but either way, all I did was color. I hardly ever did blow dries. So let's say at a slow week, slowish. I mean, we all have scary slow weeks, okay? Mm-hmm. But like on an average, really slow week, let's say you're doing 15 clients. on a slow week.
Oh, we
right?
need a big
Here, do I
whiteboard.
need the math? Yes, I do.
Yes, you're gonna
All
be my
right.
math girl. Okay, so 15 clients on a slow week. Now remember that big scary number, $80 more a week, right? Okay, so divide that by 15 clients.
We get 5.33333.
So $5.
Yes.
$5 a client is the difference between you where you're at now and you where you could be. Number one, upgrading the environment already increases the client's experience.
Yeah.
So it's not, okay, something I heard on, not Hotel Hell, on one of these, but you do not chase higher revenues by increasing your prices. That's not how you do it. So you don't just say, okay, I'm just gonna charge $5 more a client. That's the second part of it. The first part of it is how much more value can I bring? And then that brings the money. So it's about, if I'm charging $5 more a client, your clients probably, with you doing nothing different, would be happy to pay.
Killing me, Lacey. Killing me.
Happy. Most of your clients would be happy to pay $5 more a service. And think about chemical specialists. Like if they're doing a balayage highlight, they're not even going to know that you're charging them $5 more, okay? But that's not the point. The point is that you want to exceed the value. So if you're already bringing them to a nicer place, that already magnifies the experience that you're giving them. And then what little
justifies.
things? Exactly.
Yeah.
And then what other little things can you do in taking care of your guests so that they're happy to pay $5 more? What were you going to say, Tracy?
No, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just saying what you're saying is exactly on point. That even if you weren't paying attention to everything else that it brings, that you were talking about doing more. What'd you say a little while ago? That for the client, doing more and going further. You said something in your office.
Everything I say is wonderful, so
Oh
I really
my
don't
God!
think
I
it's
quit. I quit. I quit. I'm going to set the camera on the floor
I know,
and
please
leave.
Stay, camera.
And leave.
Camera, Lacey, Tracy, whoever you are. Okay, so it's all Lexi. It's all about adding more value. So when you think about $5 more a person, and that's if you're just adding something onto their ticket. What about retail? Okay, that scary R word that nobody wants to deal with.
Yeah.
What about retail? If you're not selling retail, shame on you. And not because you're not making the money that you could or should be. Remember, that's the second point. The first point is the value that you're adding. If you are selling retail to your clients to take care of the hair that you're doing for them, you don't take a beautiful Versace gown and throw it in the washing machine, do you? No, that's dry clean only, or whatever you do with a beautiful Versace gown. But if I'm paying a certain amount of money for my hair, and my stylist tells me, this is what you need to use to take care of it. This is going to preserve the color. This is going to
Make it
whatever
last longer,
is
yeah.
whatever is specific for exactly what I got. I'm going to buy that so that I can take care of my hair.
Yeah.
It's about educating them and giving them the tools to take better care of your hair.
Yeah.
Don't do something so beautiful and so magnificent, give them the smoothest blow dry, and then not give them the tools to be able to go do that at home.
Yeah.
Remember, one day they're leaving the salon after you've touched their hair, everybody's complimenting their hair because it's beautiful, it's fresh. What about a week from then? What about 2 weeks? What about 3 weeks? What about a month or 6 weeks? If you give them the products to take home, their hair is still going to look fantastic. You should be giving them the products and also teaching them how to take care of their hair. All of that is more value that you're giving them, which puts more money in your pocket, which means you can be where you want to be at a place that is $80 more a week. So I talked about the last time on the last episode about making a Success Society, not Lady Heather, about making sure that whenever you're making a change, you need to be thinking about your guests. If you want to have a really successful business, and if you want to grow your business, every decision that you make when you're leaving needs to be about your guests. Whatever the first reason is as to why you're leaving or why you want to change probably doesn't have anything to do with your clientele. It probably has to do with you. You want something closer to home, you don't like your boss, you don't want to work the same hours. All of that may ignite the need for change, but from then on, if you want your business to be wildly successful, you have to make decisions based on the betterment of the experience of your guest. So don't get confused. This is not about you. You can take care of yourself, but if you and your comfort is your main focus, your business is not going to flourish. My business did great. My business did fine. But could I have done something like unbelievably successful if I would have done what I'm talking about now? Yeah, I could have. And so can you. So, Lacey, with that, let's sign
cheers.
off. Let's say cheers. Happy Thursday. Oh, we are now having Carlos
Yes.
edit these videos. Our very own C-Rock edit these videos.
Phenomenal experience.
Yes, we'll put his information down on the bottom too. But yeah, so it might take a little bit longer before this ends up getting uploaded. Not that you know, because when this gets up, it's already
It's not like
up.
they're like, hey, it was
Whatever.
the 6th.
Okay, happy Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Monday or Tuesday. Cheers!